So everybody's been asking me all year, Zach, when are you going to do a gaming setup tour? And by everybody, I mean one person has asked me that because I'm not that special. So today I'm going to do a gaming setup of everything I've got. The setup's a work in progress. I just set it up like 5 days ago. So I'm real excited for this because I bought this house in February of 2019 this year, and I just haven't had a setup. I've had a desk against a wall with a computer. And working from home, I feel like your environment, it's got to be a good environment, or like the creative juices in your brain, as weird as that sounds, aren't going to be flowing as much versus just being like in a freaking cubicle. So I've kind of got this cool area set up. If y'all enjoy, give it a thumbs up, show some support for the ZacCoxTV channel. I'm really excited to share with y'all this setup. My setups are like a bit different than most setups you see on YouTube. I've had tons of them. My favorite setup is from last year in my old house that I got going, if y'all remember that video. But this setup right here is kind of up there. It's pretty cool. My setups are a bit different. Most people have like super high-tech futuristic looking setups. Mine is kind of like vintage and old, as you can see. So you see the desk is kind of cluttered right now. We got a drill. I was hanging some stuff up the other day. Like, I'm just pretty genuine and try to be authentic, so I'm not going to make it look super perfect when in reality, this is kind of what it looks like all the time. So, I don't even know where to start. My lens is so small, and it's hard to like get everything in this room. But my last setup was so small. This one, we've got a lot more room. But some things have changed, some haven't. So, like the desk. I had my desk made in June 2018. A good friend of mine made this desk. I wanted like a presidential-style desk. And he come up with this idea, we did it, and like we got this really cool, just old-looking desk that's brand new. Now, there's some things I would have done different if I could go back, and I could still do it, but like I would drill holes, like small hole right here, and right here for like wires so they go down through, but instead I've just got one like right here that I did, and that's where the computer is. This, just some old games. It's kind of crazy that we don't use digital copies of games anymore. I do buy some, like RDR2, GTA 5. I like to buy those to have the physical copies. This right here, Black Ops 2. Throwback to 2012. Got that Prestige Edition. I don't even know if they still do those. New Call of Duty comes out tomorrow. I'm going to be buying it for the first time since Ghosts in 2013. So, got some lights right here. And I guess we got to just start right here. I'm kind of all over the place. But the desk, I just wanted to point that out. And we'll go back to that in a moment. So the shelf. I actually just built these myself last week. And I say built. I bought some galvanized pipe and spray painted them. And had my buddy Devin cut me some pieces of wood. And I put these little shelves. Now, on this shelf to you might be like, dude, what a freaking virgin. Look at this nerd, man. He's 21 years old. And he's got all these toys. So I'm very sentimental about like objects and stuff, and all this stuff is actually from my childhood, like different toys and things that I had. But for whatever reason this year, I got like super sentimental about these objects, and like last year, and I wanted to buy these toys. So I found them on eBay, brand new. I want the brand new unopened version of these things I had in the early 2000s, and I found a bunch, and they're worth a lot of money now. It's crazy like how much, and I'll just kind of go through, run down some prices with you on some of these, and kind of point out what we got. So starting right here. Okay, so here's all my phones that I've ever had. This I bought in 2006. That's when I got my first phone with my birthday money. It's a pay-as-you-go Virgin mobile phone. So back in July of this year, I was looking for one. It was called the Oyster. And let me know down below in the comments, what was your first phone? But I found this one. I was like, okay, this is cool. Well, then I found this like 2 weeks ago in the unopened, brand new. And just for whatever sentimental reason, that's what I wanted. So I did that. Then this is the first like real phone I had. It's an Altel. Before Altel became Verizon, this was the thing to have back in like 2007 and 8. Then I got the BlackBerry, which if you don't know about the BlackBerry was the business. That and the Motorola Razr. That's one phone I never had that wish I did, but the BlackBerry, that was cool. If you had a BlackBerry back in the day, that's like having an iPhone now. Like you're with the business, you know. Then from there, I got the iPhone 4 in 2012. Then in 2013, I got an iPhone 5. That's the only phone I don't have, and I traded it in for this. And then now I've got the iPhone 10. And then there's an iPod Touch. This I got for Christmas in 2008. I wanted a digital camera. I wanted to be a YouTuber way back then. So crazy. But Statue of Happiness. This is my first ever wallet. I was like 4. Some Lego stuff it's just crazy how much, like, I bought these in 2003 and it was like $10 and $15. Well, now, like, these are like $200 for these freaking Legos. Brand new, man. It's crazy. Punisher. I bought this toy way back in like 2004 or 5. Medal of Honor Rising Sun. Brand new, unopened. I've got this thing for getting these old games I had and, like, just unopened. I've got the 007 cars. What's cool about these things is, like, they're actually fully functional. Like, let's see, I'll flip it around here. On the back, like, it'll show you, like, the things you can do. Like, the doors open. It's not focusing, but, like, guns will come out of the hood scoop. It's crazy, and you can actually make it do that, but I just keep them in the box. We got some Sigma 6 figures, some NASCAR stuff. Do it for Dale. Some Pisswasser. So you might be thinking to yourself, is this, like, real beer? And this is real beer, but these are actually, like, little NASCARs. If I can open it, I'll show you. Inside the Coke can in this one, we have Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s car, and then in here is Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s car. So, kind of cool. Got the Pep Boys, my silver play button. It's so cool. This is the OG version of it. Just got some Super Nintendo games. The first 2 games I ever played in my life. Super Mario World and Yoshi's Island. Nico, my boy Mr. Boss sent me that. And then my PlayStation 2. First ever, like, real console I had aside from the Nintendos. And then a Circle K gas station sign. I just didn't know where to put it. So, one thing that I really like is old signs. Old signs are really cool. And I've got a couple today that I just picked up. So, we've got a Snickers. Because you are not you when you're hungry. So, if I'm ever, like, not feeling like uploading a YouTube video or something, you know what? You just take a big old bite out of this Snickers, and we're not hungry anymore, and we're back on our grind. And then we got the Golden Arches, because McDonald's for the win, dude. And right here, I just picked this one up. So my grandpa, I remember being, like, super little. We went to this, like, family dollar store. Anyways, and they had this on the shelf, and it was like $30. Like, how clickbait is that? To go to a place called the dollar store, and something's like, did I say 50, 30, 30, 40, $50? Something way back then. But it was so cool. So, anyways, I always thought about this plane. Well, I went in this antique store literally last Saturday, and this thing's hanging there, and it's the exact one. And it was so cool, so it was just something kind of, like, sentimental to me. This, just old box. In my last setup, I actually kept my Xbox and stuff in here and had it standing straight up. But I just thought it kind of looked cool this time around underneath the shelves. This, I had an uncle. He used to do, or I don't even know if he still does, this tobacco. And he had the Golden Blend, and it was like a brown sign, but that same logo. And I always thought the logo was cool, so I bought that. The TV, as most of y'all know, this thing actually works. I bought this to make a little, to gut the TV and just use it for decor, and then it worked. So I was like, well, let's play GTA 5 on an old TV, and that's what we did. It should work. It might not be plugged in. I don't know. Yeah, no, it's unplugged. I keep it unplugged because, like, part of me is like, I wonder if this TV will just turn on by itself one day, like in the movies, and the little girl will crawl out and kill me, but I don't know. So, there's an old truck of mine right here. One of my favorite trucks. I made a video on that. This super cool old Dale Earnhardt lunchbox. So, I like old money and old change from around the world. I'm going to expose myself real quick, but there's me wearing, like, a geisha costume, like Bible school in 2003 or something, but like, tons of old money. Tons of old change in here, like old coins, silver dollars, coins from, like, Japan, Canada, England. Even got some, like, old dollars down here. Like, there's some zinc pennies from World War II. It's not focusing all the way, but just kind of, like, cool stuff. And I know you're probably thinking, like, dude, what kind of gaming setup is this? This is more like an office, I guess. Like a gaming office, I like to call it. Just because it's just like weird knick-knack vintage type stuff that I just think is cool. So, up here, another cool sign. This is Captain Morgan. And what I plan on doing is like filling up all this wall with signs. Because look, I have these big high ceilings in here. So, it'd be kind of cool. This is just, I don't know, just cool, like little secretary. It's what those Japanese secretaries are what these are called. There's nothing in there. Like, you can pull these out. And, like, you got you, like, a little desk. So that's pretty cool. I manhandled this thing in here the other day when I was creating the office. This part disconnects, and that was like 150 pounds, and somehow I got it up there by myself. This is the phone that I be calling all your mamas on. Like, yo, hold up. Yo, listen, mama. I'm making a video right now. I'll be by tonight, you know. So, You know, corny, I know. But here, I'll just blow myself up with my rocket launcher. So, that's like all the knick-knack stuff I have in here. Lastly, we got the killer Kool-Aid Man. I say that so, like, in my head, I was like, these guys are going to murder me one day. Like, they're probably possessed. And ever since I put these up the other day on my Twitter, the promoted ads, like, the FBI agents are watching, excuse my language, but, like, all I'm seeing is, like, Kool-Aid Men, like, ads. And this one was like, oh, yeah. And it was this Twitter tweet from the Kool-Aid Man. And I just read it in, like, a super demonic voice because I feel like these guys are going to come alive and kill me one day. So, really cool right here. We got the 7-Up sign. This is from 1971. Super rare. Just a really cool, like, psychedelic 70s sign. It's just the epitome of 70s. Rainbows, flowers, all that stuff. So now to, like, the goods. There's really nothing special over here. This is just 3 monitors, 27 inches. Got a Razer keyboard and mouse, Razer headphones. Shout out to my boy Mike for those. That's it. My computer, nothing special. I've had it since 2015. It's been in every setup video. It's a GTX 970 with 16 gigs of RAM, and I mean that's kind of it. An Intel i5 4690 processor. That's it. I need to upgrade big time, especially with RDR2 on PC coming out. But this is just kind of the area. I haven't organized my drawers since I moved into this house in February, so it's just like ideas and junk and paper and stuff. Here we've got some ideas. I love to write them on sticky notes. I told the guy when I was making the desk, I was like, I kind of want a secret door that's not secret, so here, we kind of got that. So, if I could, like, redesign this desk, I would have done some things different, especially when it comes to the PC cabinet. Like, there's no ventilation, so I usually got to keep this door open. But other than that, that's my setup. That's where I make the videos. This is kind of the view from the cockpit right here. My microphone, for those wondering, so this is a Shure SM7B. Really great mic. I bought it at the beginning of 2016. Love it. This is the mic. Songs you hear on the radio are usually recorded by this mic. This is the mic I started. I didn't start YouTube with this. I started with the Turtle Beach headset. That was 20 bucks. But after working my butt off for a year on YouTube, I saved up enough money to buy this. At the time, I bought it from a buddy. It was brand new. $80. Blue Yeti microphone. So, super cool. I used that for freaking 3 years up until that. And somehow I've been using this longer than I ever did that, which is crazy. So, anyways, that's my setup. That's my guard dog, Penelope. Hi, P. She's camera shy, but she loves all of y'all. So for those wondering, she's an English Bulldog weenie dog. And guess what? She will be 1 year old on November 5th. Hi, P. Say hi. All these people, all y'all watching my girl. This dog has saved my life. They're such a blessing, man. So, anyways, that's the gaming setup. That's ZacCoxTV's 2019 gaming setup. I hope y'all enjoyed. Like I said, it's a weird setup. It definitely is. Let there be light. But it's a real rainy day out today. But let there be light, man. Like, this just weird type setup. It just kind of fits my personality. That's me. I like old stuff. I like knick-knack stuff. Things you don't see every day. So, one thing I've been wanting to do, because my house has a couple extra rooms. So, when I first moved in here real quick, my setup was right here. I just had a desk right there. Then, I moved it all the way down here. And for whatever reason, the lights, I think there's like a demon in here because they just won't turn on anymore. But this was my setup. This super dark black room. I painted it black. And I just always wanted like this studio style room. And then I was like, you know what? No, we need more room. We're going to move it in here. This office fits better for just old vintage type stuff. That's what this office was going to be. The other one was going to be like a super futuristic stereotypical type gaming setup. But anyways, that's it. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. If so, give it a thumbs up. That's my setup. Love you all. Thank you for tuning in. And until next time, Zach Cox. And I'll see you in the next video.